If you travel to Malaysia or are thinking of traveling to Malaysia, there's one place that will show up in every itinerary that you search up on Google. A place not to be missed for their cheap shopping alternatives compared to the city center, to the casino, their theme parks. It's called Genting Highlands.
Oh, yeah, I've been there before with you.
Yeah, it's situated at the top of the mountain. It's about 40 to 50 kilometers away from the heart of Kuala Lumpur, KL, and it's popular amongst both tourists and locals for one reason that could top all the other reasons that I mentioned before: the weather. Because it goes as low as 8 Celsius, 8 degrees Celsius.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. So it's unusually cold for
Huh?
Malaysia's tropical weathers. It becomes a famous site for the locals to go on a short weekend getaway because it's really cold. But have you heard the saying, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey? There's only one road that most people take making the journey to Genting Highlands, and that is called the Karak Highway. And for the happy smiles and the joyful parties happening up in the Genting Highlands, there are cries and fire and disaster and lives taken far too early for their years down on the road. The road is haunted, and there seems to be no stopping the non-resting souls of the Karak Highway. Content warning. This video includes description of violence, murder, death, rituals, and other supernatural content. Listener discretion is advised, as some stories may be unsettling or sensitive to certain audiences. Turn down the lights, snuggle up tight, and get ready for another Talk Tales. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Talk Tales, where we'll take you across the seas, around the world, exploring each corner of urban legends. I'm Afrina, one of your hosts for the episode, and
I'm Diski.
And now we're gonna start with the story. Genting Highlands is a very popular place,
Yeah.
right? Usually tourists go to Genting Highlands when they come visit Malaysia. But with popular places, there are always a lot of popular stories. Today, I'm gonna share all the stories that are compiled within the Karak Highway and the dangerous nature of the road. A bit about the highway. The Karak Highway is a 60-kilometer interstate controlled access highway in Peninsular Malaysia. It was originally built in the 1970s by the government as an alternative for the older narrow route 68. So the highway is supposed to be a modernized road, the current that they were using. But because of the dangerous nature of going up the mountains, even though it's modernized and it's built to be safer, it's still a bit dangerous going up there. The highway has many hairpin bends and many stretches pass through remote forested terrain. And because of its remoteness, and because of its high number of accidents, the expressway has developed a reputation for being haunted. Because if you look at pictures of Karak Highway, you're gonna notice it looks like a snake or an S. It keeps going like this.
Wow.
And it's really, really bendy. So a lot of accidents happen there. Because it has developed a reputation for being haunted, there are a lot of stories. There are a lot of hauntings, sightings, and one of the stories that had reports from a lot of people is the legend of the yellow Volkswagen car.
Volkswagen?
A yellow beetle.
Oh.
Let's imagine you are driving to Genting Highlands alone at night. You're using the Karak Highway on a 60 kilometers journey, and halfway through the trip, you approached a yellow beetle driving in front of you. Even with all the bends and the twisting turns, you realize that it's very unnatural for this beetle, to be driving at such a slow pace.
Yeah.
It's so slow. So what you do, you switch lanes, speed up past the beetle, and overtake. And then you continue with your journey at a pace that you're comfortable with, way faster than the beetle was driving. But as you drive on, you approach another car that looks like the exact same Volkswagen Beetle. You don't understand. You ask, hey, didn't I overtake that beetle just now? You're like weirded out. But you're thinking to yourself, maybe you're seeing things. Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's just the same type of car. It's a
Yeah.
coincidence. So you do it again. You do it again. You speed up. You overtake. But when you approach the same car for the third time, you know something is wrong. You know that it's real and you're not seeing things. You try to overtake again, but this time you tilt your head to the left and into the driver's seat, but you see nobody.
So scary.
There's nobody in the driver's seat. And it shook you to your core that you didn't realize the bend that's coming on the road that would cause you to have an accident that would have taken your life. So in this story, you've just died because as soon as you overtake, you got so shocked that you didn't see there was another bend and you got into an accident. Now, people have always reported sightings of the Volkswagen Beetle, and it is said that if you overtake them, they will keep showing up to make you accelerate, and their aim is to get you into an accident. That's why they're driving so slow.
Yeah.
Because you get angry, you overtake, and then you get into an accident. And in all the stories, they always say that there's no driver in the seat. When the survivors look at the seat, they always say that they can't see anybody there.
So creepy.
It is. If you were there, I think you would have fainted. Because I know you don't like driving at night, right?
Yeah.
Now, the way to get rid of the beetle is just to be patient. You are able to get rid of it. You are able to escape with your life. And that is not to overtake.
Oh yeah, I see.
And if you're lucky, the beetle will get so mad, he'll get so frustrated that he'll just speed up and vanish.
He failed at his mission.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, whatever. But don't you want to know the story behind this?
Yeah, I'm really interested.
Legend has it that many, many years ago, a man driving along the highway, after learning that his wife was cheating on him, and she ran away, took all his possessions, he got inside his yellow Volkswagen Beetle and started driving around the highway trying to look for his wife who ran away. And because he was driving really fast in the winding roads, he got into an accident and he passed away. And after his death, many believe that he still haunts people on the highway, full of vengeance and still trying to find his wife, I guess. He wanted to cause pain to everybody else, all the drivers driving on the Karak Highway, because he experienced the same pain. Why shouldn't everyone else?
Oh yeah.
But the Volkswagen Beetle, it is the most famous haunted story of the road. And another one that I've heard that may not be as well known as the Beetle story is the story of an elementary school boy.
What happened to him?
Okay, the story goes like this. A man was driving to Genting Highland when he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Suddenly, he spotted a small figure standing by the roadside. He drove closer and he realized it was a young boy, and he didn't look to be older than 10 years old. He was dressed in a school uniform that seemed oddly out of place. He's there alone and it's weird. His face, he was pale and he looked frightened. His face looked shocked. He was holding up a hand as if he was hitchhiking, like just waving or holding up his hand, trying to stop the drivers driving on the road. And this man who's driving, he pulled over and he asked, "Kid, are you lost?" He nodded and he said, "I need help, please." And then the boy said that his name was Azman and that his house was in the direction where he was going. So the man asked, Where's your house? And Azman kept saying, "There, it's there." He just kept pointing. "I'll show you, it's there." So the man said, "Okay, kid, get in the car, I'll send you home." But as they were driving, Azman said that an accident happened. There was an accident on the highway. And as he's speaking, he realized that the accident that he's speaking of is the accident that he was just in. And Azwan said that there was an accident and my mom died and I'm trying to look for my mom. I don't know where my mom is, but he is also dead. And the man realized, oh my god, I'm driving a spirit. And as soon as he realized, he got really scared. But when he looked to the passenger seat, he was gone. Azwan disappeared. And that is just one story of a lot of stories from people. Many have said that they've seen this boy wandering around the streets, and if you don't stop for him, he'll get angry, he'll run, and he'll chase your car.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Yeah. In the story of the man just now, Azman just disappeared. But a lot of people said that to get rid of him, you cannot just drive by. You have to stop and answer his questions. When he asks, where's my mother? Have you seen my mother? Then you can just say, sorry, I haven't seen your mother. Then he won't get mad.
Oh yeah, as long as the people who saw him treat him like politely, and then he will not become some kind of like malevolent spirit.
So at the end of the day, this elementary school boy story, he's just looking for his mom.
Yeah, that's so sad.
It is a sad spirit story, huh?
Do you think the mom has gone to the afterlife?
Maybe.
And he's stuck here, yeah.
So the story of this is, well, you know, they got into an accident. But the whole story is his mom and Azman, they were in the car driving when another car drove straight into their car.
Oh
and
my god.
ran away. So it became a hit and run case. His mom wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so she was flung out of the windshield. And it's said that her body was never found. And because she was flung out of the windshield, the boy's eyes were pierced through with the glass. That's why he was looking for his mother all this time, even though his mother was just right in front of him. Kept saying, where's my mom? Where's my mom? And that bit of glass also cut his throat, and he passed away from that. And ever since then, the soul of this young boy would try to stop cars and ask the drivers and the passengers if they had seen his mom. But he cannot see anything.
So sad.
I don't know. I mean, it's a sad story, but he's still a ghost. I would still be scared.
Yeah, me too. But like a lot of ghosts are like that, right? They cannot move forward into the afterlife because they died. They passed away because of tragedy that they cannot let go.
They're still looking for something.
Yeah.
They don't want to let it go yet.
A lot of spirits come from like tragedy background. And I always feel pity toward them, even though I'm scared of them.
Maybe his mom is waiting for him. He's not coming back.
Maybe.
If you look at so many different angles, it becomes really sad.
Yeah, they're just in different realm.
But aside from ghost sightings, there are more real ones toward the Karak Highway. Because of the winding roads, a lot of accidents have been known to happen over the years of its opening. And you don't understand, it's a lot. It's a lot. Amongst many horrific accidents that happened, one incident that sent shockwaves through the country is the infamous 1990 highway crash. The deadly accident, which saw a catastrophic collision between 12 vehicles. 12.
That's so many.
It's between a bus, a lorry, an FRU truck, 2 taxis, 6 cars. It resulted in the tragic loss of 17 lives.
70?
17. And the police at the time described the accident as one of the worst road disasters since 1970. It happened when the bus collided with all these cars simultaneously, and it just became like that game where
domino.
Yeah, domino. It became a domino effect. It's really dangerous. Genting Highland is really dangerous. I mean, the Karak Highway is dangerous.
Why haven't they tried to improve or change the road?
Because it's on a mountain.
They can if they use money. Like a lot of money.
I think it's a lot of money. I don't know about the mechanics of it and the budgeting. I'm not sure. But it's not like the road is bad or anything. But this one is extra dangerous.
Yeah.
Even just a few days ago, that we're filming this episode on October 11, 2 weeks, I think, a man was killed when he lost control of his tanker lorry. He was transporting palm oil, which skidded and overturned at kilometer 27.9. He was heading towards KL. He sustained severe injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene at Selayang Hospital, Malaysia. He was 45-year-old, was a local man, and the incident is believed to have been caused by the slippery and the wet road conditions after rain. And last month, on 30th September, a 40-year-old police sergeant along 2 other people were killed in an accident that involved 8 vehicles, including 2 trailers. And this happened close to around 4 a.m. in the morning. The crash was triggered by a trailer that had been full of concrete beams that was traveling on the right lane. And the right lane, if you don't know, it's only for fast cars. But this was a truck on the right lane. And he caused the crash.
Oh.
And earlier this year, in March, 29th March, a foreign man and a local woman died while 13 others were injured after a tour bus overturned on the KL Karak Highway.
Oh
The
my
bus
god.
overturned. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
The bus was heading to Kuantan and it was hit before it overturned at the 51.4 kilometer of the highway. And all these cases just happened this year.
It's so near.
It is. It's very frequent. The last time I went to Genting Highlands, I saw a burning bus.
Really?
On the way to Genting Highlands. It took me, I think, 3 hours, even though it's supposed to take you maybe 1 hour. I saw a whole bus burning.
Wow.
Every time people go to Genting Highlands, they always say that they see accidents.
Oh my god, I really don't want to go there now.
It's like, is the journey worth it?
No, I don't think so. I'm scared now. I don't want to go there anymore. Fortunately, I've been there with you before, and I've already experienced it once, and hearing what you said, I don't want to anymore.
Yeah. But I think if you're careful, you can go. I think you should just be really careful.
But even though I'm careful,
They drive.
it's depend on the other person, like the other people.
Yeah. So imagine how many people have died in the highway since its opening in the 1900s. Maybe there's like hundreds of people who died, thousands, we never know, right? And honestly, this highway is perfect for Pitai Hong.
Pitai Hong?
It's a Thai ghost. Means that they die unfortunately.
Oh,
They died in a
yeah.
tragic accident. So imagine how many Pitai Hong that are in the Karak Highway. Yeah, I mean, the story started with 2 urban legends and then it continued with cases that I do think are really unfortunate and really sad. I just hope their souls rest.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I hope their family will find peace.
And it is very unfortunate because Genting Highlands is one of my favorite places. It's really nice. Everything is cheap.
Yeah.
It's cheap with that.
The view is also amazing.
The view is amazing. It's very unfortunate because of the winding roads. I just hope that everyone who are driving there be more careful. Even my parents don't let me go by myself. Like, if I'm the one driving, they won't let me go. Because I guess they don't trust my driving. And personally, I would never use a bus to go.
Yeah.
Because buses, they're more unstable, I think, right? Yeah, so no buses, guys. If you have a personal driver, just use a personal driver.
And always pray before you go.
Yeah, always pray. Anyway, I hope all the souls that had died on the highway find their peace. And this episode was a really scary one and a sad one. Very sad. Do you still want to go?
No. No.
I'll still bring you.
No. Let's go to other places.
I'll bring you to other places first.
Yeah.
But that's it for the Karak Highway story. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you like urban legends with a little twinge of real cases, make sure you tune in every Thursday of the week on Spotify, YouTube, and all major podcasting platforms. Sampai jumpa!
Sampai jumpa!